No. Why does it look uneven? It's not. Hello everybody, welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I failed my August TBR. What did we all expect? Finally gonna be filming my wrap up. I had to wait until it was daytime. Since I have school during the day, I keep having to wait to film at night, but then my ring light broke. So I can't even film at night, I have to film in the daytime. That is why, well actually it's literally September 3rd, regardless of what that says. So I haven't waited that long, but yeah. So I ended up reading 8 books this month, which kind of disappointing, but I have a lot of books that I actually DNF'd this month. I finally this month realized that I could do that. That I could actually let myself do that, basically. I'm so angry because there's this really good book that I want to talk about right now, but I can't talk about it until the next wrap up because I finished it yesterday. Alright, so what am I talking about? Okay, so I have my computer and we'll just do this. So I thought that Goodreads had everything that I was wanting to say, but no. So, total books that I read. So the total books that I ended up reading in August was 8, and the total pages was 3,014. No. Was 3,914. The smallest book that I read was The Shadows Between Us, and the biggest book that I ended up reading was Crooked Kingdom. Now for like the star ratings, I DNF'd 5 books. I gave 1 book 1 stars, 0 books 2 stars, 0 books 3 stars. 2 books were confused. 2 books were 4 stars and 3 books were 5 stars. So it was pretty good, I guess. Well, actually no. I had more DNF'd books than 5 stars. More DNF'd books than any other thing. Okay. I ended up reading 4 fantasy books, 3 dystopians, and 1 contemporary. I read 0 audiobooks because I just don't like audiobooks. No. 4 physical books and 4 ebooks. I think I prefer ebooks to like all of them. I read a lot quicker with ebooks because you don't exactly know how much left, like how many pages you have left, because it never shows. We should just get into the books now, and I'm gonna go in order. So, the first book that I ended up, wait, let me grab it. That's important. You did not see that. The first book that I'm so happy that I finished was Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick. I had been reading this for months, since February. I was tired of it and I just wanted it to be over because I just didn't like it in any way. I cannot get over this main character. Like, she is so annoying. She is the most annoying character I think I've ever read, which is really saying a lot. She's kind of stupid. She's kind of stupid. She's pretty stupid, actually. She's quite stupid. Yeah, she's pretty stupid. I don't like her. She just doesn't use her common sense. And also, like, she's so paranoid and jealous all the time. I just can't deal with her. I cannot deal with this character. Her name is Nora, by the way. So annoying. I enjoyed the first book. It was pretty good. Just, it wasn't a great book either, but this was just not good. Oh, I should probably tell you what I gave this. I ended up giving this, what did I give it? I ended up giving this 1 star. How nice. I also don't know why, I don't know why this got a better, did this get a better rating than the first book? Why? The next book that I ended up reading was Shatter Me by Tiara Maffey. This has like a thing in it because there's a novella at the back that I haven't read, by the way, but I ended up giving this 4 stars because I liked it. And I'm so excited for the next book. So excited because Kenji and Warner are in it, and I really enjoyed them. I liked them both more than Juliet and Adam combined. So that's nice. I hope they are in it more than Adam is. I don't know. He's just bland. I kind of liked how she scratched off like the words. Hold on, I'll show you. Like this. This happened a lot. I really loved that because it really did show that she was a little off in the head, which I thought was really cool. There was a lot of metaphors that were a lot throughout the book, but ultimately I enjoyed it, and I really it sounds like someone's just banging a rock on the ground. Anyways, I'm really excited for the next one. I bought the next one. I really need to buy Ignite Me because that's the one I'm really excited for, because there's usually, you know, the book in a full series, the book that everybody talks about? Yeah. I'm excited for that book. But yeah, this book was really good. Pretty good. I mean, it wasn't crazy. Like, I felt like there was not really any plot. And as I said in my review, I felt like it was a filler book which obviously would be weird because this is the first book. Okay, so the next book that I finished in August was Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I really liked this one. I gave it 5 stars because it deserved it. It deserved 5 stars. I don't think the heist was as good. Like, I don't think the plot was as good in this book as the first book. The first book, that was so good. The heist was, I had never read a heist book before, and I really enjoyed it. But this one, I don't even remember the I don't remember the intricacies of what they did, but it was still good. The stronger thing in this book, I think, was the characters, and the characters were just really good in both books. But yeah, ultimately I cared more about the characters than the plot in this one. But I am glad that we got more of the backstory for Wylan and Jesper in this book, because it was lacking in the first one, but honestly I was fine with it because they weren't as big of characters in the first book, I don't think. I mean, they were, but like, what did they do? Spoiler. I will put it on the screen. Spoiler. Basically, we all know what happened to Matthias. The problem was, I didn't care about him that much. I expected, going into Six of Crows, because I knew that was gonna happen, I expected to have my soul crushed. I also thought I was gonna like Nina the most, because she's kind of like me. She's cooler than me, but like, we don't have to talk about that part, okay? Thought I would like her more, and I did. She wasn't my favorite character, which I thought she would be. I don't know who my favorite was, but I loved Wylan. He was, wow. It looks weird. What is this? Okay, it's fine, don't look at it. But I thought the end with Wylan and Jesper was, yes. And then when Kaz brought her, when Kaz got Nikolai to seek out her parents, and her parents came, I was like, oh my god. And then when he got her that boat so that she could do what she wanted to do, that was amazing. That was the part of the book that made me cry a lot. I do have to say, book 1 was a lot better than book 2. So the next book that I read was The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Lemon. Who? The next book that I read was, forgot what it was for, wow. The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. So I told you I would tell you what? I told you I would say what confused meant, and this is one of them. I am going to just read my Goodreads review because it says everything that I need to say now, but I obviously have forgotten because it feels like I have read this book a year ago. Okay, my review of The Shadows Between Us. I said 3.76277727? Question mark? I'm conflicted. Regardless of my star rating, I had fun with this book, but it took a while for me to read because the middle was pretty slow. The storyline had potential, although it wasn't unique to be something great, it just wasn't completely there for me. Alessandra's whole goal was to marry Callias and then kill him, right? But was that really shown in the book? No. I didn't really get why she actually wanted to do it in the first place. Why wouldn't she just marry him and help rule, or marry him and manipulate him? I would have appreciated an actual murder attempt. I mean, come on, make me believe it. Or maybe that's just the psycho in me talking. I don't know. I'm not going to look more into that. I didn't really focus on that throughout the book, so I could truly enjoy it to the best of my ability, and I did. I liked Alessandra for the most part. She just seemed like she was attempting to be Jude Duarte. It was not working, but I truly appreciated the effort. And then Callias, was the author trying to make him a bad guy? I honestly felt like he was a blatant ripoff of the Darkling, except this man acted somewhat like a human being. Anyways, I did like him, and I missed Mr. Morozova, so I felt like I was reading his less interesting younger brother, which was fine by me. Though it was abrupt, his reaction to Alessandra killing Hector was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. It was funny. As for their relationship, I don't know, I appreciated what Trissa was trying to do with Alessandra and Callias, and I felt like we were getting the Alina and the Darkling endgame we all hoped for. Now for the plot. Where was the climax? I think I know where it was supposed to be, but it was over quicker than it started. I would have liked higher stakes. And then the end, when she figured out Leandros was actually Xanthos, or however the heck you say his name. Ma'am, you figured out he was actually a different person because his hair dye got in your hand? Also, had she even seen Xanthos? I mean, she never met him or knew he existed there for a while, right? Although this seems like a hate review, I actually enjoyed the book. What can I say? Though you don't see it in my videos or reviews very much, I can be somewhat of a pessimist. There we go. That's how I feel about this book. The next book that I read was Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So I buddy read this with Zoe and a few other girls on Goodreads, and it was such a good time. It was a really good time. Like, I was not planning on buddy reading with them, but they invited me after I said I wanted to read it, and it was a good decision. So I gave this 5 stars. I love Cinder. Okay, now I gotta clarify. I love Cinder, the person. I love the book also, but I'm talking about the person, okay? In the beginning of the book, I didn't realize that I was gonna like her because she kind of seemed like awkward, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I don't want to read somebody who's awkward. But I thought it was really fun. I really am excited for the next books because I did read, I'll talk about the next one, but I'm excited for the last 2. We're now going to talk about Scarlet, book 2, because I also read that. I ended up giving this one 4 stars instead of 5 because I don't know, it just wasn't as good. Though more happened, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, more actually happened in book 2, but I liked book 1 more. I thought Scarlet was gonna be my favorite character based on what I'd heard about her. I definitely thought I was gonna really love her, but no, I don't really have any feelings towards her. She was kind of cool, but that's about all. And then Wolf. Also Thorn. I really like him. He wasn't in it too much, or was he? Again, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm excited to get more into his character because he seems like he's the kind of character that he's the type of character that I like, and then I'm really excited to meet Cress and all of the other characters. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Next book was, I want to buy this book so bad. So the next book I read is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I was not planning on reading this, but I had to read it for a readathon that I failed. I read 3 out of 7 books. So Fangirl. I gave it 5 stars. If I could give it more stars, I would. But I gave it 5. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I understand now why I was so hyped up. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. The only part of it that I wasn't enjoying as much was literally the fanfiction. I did not want to read the fanfiction. If I want to read Carry On, I'll read Carry On, okay? I want to read about Kath. The book was so cute. I loved it so much. I miss it so much. Like, I don't know if I cried at the end because I don't think it had like a sad ending, but my stomach started hurting a lot because I was really sad that I'm never getting these characters back. I have to stop reading standalones. I enjoyed every moment of this book. Like, I need to buy it. I need to buy it. You know where it will go? Got a spot right here waiting for Fangirl. This is now on my all-time favorite shelf on Goodreads. Only the best of the best go there. Yeah, all I know is I'm gonna have to reread this at some point, knowing what I'm getting into, because I wasn't expecting to like it this much. So last book that I ended up reading, which was also one of those confused books, because I gave it like 3.75 stars, is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Oh my gosh, I finally read it. I finally read this book. Oh my gosh. I still don't even know what I feel about this because it was so confusing at the end. Like, I'm not even sure what happened. So basically, they go to this circus type thing where it's not supposed to be real, but it is. And then we thought we met Legend at the end, but we didn't. It was not Legend? What are you talking about? What are you telling me? And I thought Dante, like the whole book, the whole time I thought Dante was Legend. Apparently he's not? What are you talking about? Huh? Though, I do have to say, the setting was so pretty. Like, the descriptions of the setting was so cool. And honestly, I would still recommend this book, even though I gave it 3.7. It was confusing. I'm excited for the next book. And it was pretty. It was just genuinely pretty. So, I recently read Heartless, and that's the book that I really, really want to talk about, but I can't. Heartless. The main character's name is Catherine, but she was called Kath most of the book. And then in Fangirl, the main character's name is Kath. In Scarlet, The main character's name is Scarlet. The main character's name is Scarlet in this book. And you know what I'm reading right now? Two Princes of Summer. And you know what the main character's name is? Scarlet. I'm tired. Okay, so that's it for the video. The worst book of this month was Crescendo, and the best one was Fangirl. Oh my god, what was that? Because that was not our garage door. So that is it for this video. I filmed for a really long time, so I really hope that I can edit this really quick because I have so many videos that I'm editing right now. It's actually insane. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know your best book of August that you read, and I will see you in the next video.